Good morning, y'all. Shit. Good morning, y'all. Now, today, I've got a special treat for you. This is called monkey bread. When we were kids, Dad used to make this every Christmas morning, and so he called it Christmas morning bread. I kind of like that one. But like everything that I do, I changed it up, of course, to suit my needs. This, I gotta give a little shout out to Sister Candy, who did her own thing with, oh fuck. Good morning, y'all. When did I become Southern? Well, good morning, everybody. Today, I think is Sunday. It's day 9,000 of our self-confinement. I'm trying to make the best of it. I hope you're doing the same thing. I put my ears on today. Why? I don't know, felt like it. Today we're going to make what my father used to call Christmas morning bread. Why? Because he made this every Christmas morning. It became such a staple in our family. And since then, we've all put our own little color on it. We've all changed it up a little bit. So I like to make it with a combination of sweet and savory, or sweet and hot is more important. All the ingredients that you see here is what you need to make Christmas morning bread. You need hot, spicy Italian sausage that I've deconstructed and fried. Now, I bought the hot sausage, but in my opinion, it wasn't hot enough. So I added to that some cayenne pepper and red pepper flakes. Nothing to worry about. We've got pecans, which we're gonna chop up. We've got a heavy dose of cinnamon sugar. We've got about this much butter that I'm gonna melt. And we've got store-bought biscuits. I like to buy these from Aldi because they're half the price as everyone else and just as delicious. Then we're gonna use a bundt pan and of course the pan for baking. That's all you need to make this delicious recipe. I'm gonna show you how we put this all together. We're gonna cook it in a 375 oven for whatever the hell long it takes. And then I'm going to distribute it to my grandnephew, my niece's son, Ryan, who, when I told him yesterday this was coming, he goes, monkey bread, which he's never had before in his life, but the kid's a good eater, so I like that. So here's how we make Christmas morning bread, thank you, Daddy, and monkey bread. Oh, I forgot something very important. Two things. One, I've chosen to wear a bra today. And two, we got to bring Mom and Dad into this picture. I forgot. So there they are. He started it. We're going to finish it. Here's how we do that. Okay, I've dumped my cinnamon sugar into one of these things. And then I've chopped up very coarsely the pecans, however the frick you say it. I don't care. Throw it in there. Get all that good pecan dust. Oh, that's probably why I did Southern. Whatever. Mix that all up together, okay? If it's not enough sugar, if it's not enough cinnamon, if it's not enough anything, we can add it as we go. I think it's gonna be good. Perfection. To this, I'm gonna add more red pepper flakes. Don't be shy. My opinion, you can never have too much. There's nothing as delicious as sweet and hot together. Okay, that's ready to go. Next step. Okay, I've melted the butter. It's in a little bowl. I've opened the tubes of this biscuit, which is a light and fluffy, according to the label. And then you're gonna take this. Oh, I fucked up. Hold on. Move all this shit. Can you see me? Okay, there you go. And cut it into small pieces. Any which way you want to cut it. And throw them into another bowl. I don't recommend you cut more than one at a time because they have a tendency to stick together. And that's uncool. But throw these little triangle pieces, about like this, into another bowl. One at a time. So, what's new? Have you seen any good movies? I watched 4 yesterday. I hope everybody's well. We're gonna get out of this eventually. Hey, what are you gonna do for somebody else today? I'd love to hear from you. Okay, once you've done that, you start dumping in slight layers of the nuts and the cinnamon and the sugar, okay? Do what you can to mix that around and get that going together. It's not gonna be easy, but it can be done. Okay? Now here's where it gets to be sticky fun. Oopie. Everything I do is sticky fun. I love that. Start. That's a whole different show. Start dumping in some butter. I let it cool a little bit so that it wouldn't start cooking the biscuits. Cool, cool, cool. And then, ooh, I forgot something. Wait, here's what I forgot. Take your Pam. I need a new bunch Pam. This is falling apart and all dented. But whatever, still works. Put that junk in there. And then start gently filling it. Are you watching? Come over. There you are. With this concoction. Boom, 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 boom. It's brown sugar, it's white sugar, it's cinnamon. And just start filling. Okay. I'm gonna keep filling. I'll probably fuck it up somewhere, so you don't need to watch this, but I'll get it right and I'll pipe back in. Here we go. Oven's ready. Okay, I have put in one layer so far of the brown sugar, white sugar, cinnamon, nut combination. And to that, I'm going to add a generous layer of the already cooked Italian sausage that I zhuzhed up to be spicier. There's something about sugar, sweet and spicy together that just flips my giblets. I love it. The gal needs some giblet flipping. Okay, that's in there. You got that? Good. And now we continue adding another layer of the sugar, cinnamon, nut combo platter. Okay, now my hands are gooky. I gotta turn the thing off. Fuck. Oh, that's clean. Oh, shit. Okay. I've added the rest of my sugar, butter, nuts mixture to these cut up delicious tube biscuits. I used about 1.5 tubes of these. Whatever you got left, make another smaller one. That's all I can tell you. And I'm gonna gently lob those on top of the sausage mixture. Don't forget, we're gonna add more sausage. And put that around. You can add as much or as little as you want. Notice I'm not tamping anything down. Those biscuits need to have a space in there to rise. You wanna rise up? How does that song go? I'm an idiot. All right, if you decide it needs more butter, just melt some more butter and throw it off the top. Who cares? That's what I like about the way I cook, which is kind of no rules. If it sounds like it's good, or if it sounds like it'll be good together, put it in there. I don't care. We're gonna add the rest of the sausage, which is why you only need 1 stick of butter plus a little more, because even though I cooked and drained the sausage, it's gonna add more grease. Grease is a bad word. To the mix. Okay. Now, this is gonna go into a preheated 350-degree oven for I have no clue how long. Watch it. Every time I make this, it goes from, 30 minutes to 45. Sometimes it takes a little more because this is a deep pan, right? And the sausage is so damn good. I just want to make sure I did it right. No, of course I did. All right. This now goes in. Come on. There you go. This now goes into that preheated oven. Stand back and wait for the smells. Alexa, set the timer for 30 minutes. And then just go back
30 minutes, starting now.
I love her. Then stand back and wait, and as soon as this is ready, I'll pipe back in. Hey, you never answered me. What did you do for somebody yesterday? Did you do something good? Okay, Alexa just told me at 30 minutes this is done. So what I have done, and I recommend you do the same thing. Go reach in and touch some of it. The top is good.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Not talking to you, bitch. But I think it's going to take a little bit more time. So I'm going to leave it in another 5 minutes and then test it from there. The reason is because it's such a deep pan, I want to make sure that the stuff on the bottom gets cooked. Right? Are you listening to me? Stand by. Okay, folks. The bundt cake, or the... Fuck me. Okay. I went in the oven and I felt around and I decided to cook it for another 10 minutes or so. The reason being, it's a thick pan, and I want to make sure that all that nummy dough at the bottom of the pan, which will be the top, is cooked. It's not burnt at all, what I can see, so cooking it longer is fine. So while we're waiting, I just have a question. What did you do for somebody yesterday? What'd you do? Anything good? Nobody has told me any stories. Except, of course, my friend Debbie Turner, who makes beautiful aprons and who is a spectacular artist. She and her husband both. They made about 40 face masks that they're donating today out of apron fabric, which is all colorful and beautiful. So, nice going, Deb. I want to see what the rest of you are doing. Today I'm cooking. I'm going to bring this over to my niece and her son. And I'm going to drop kick it from the street to their front porch. But at least I'll be able to glimpse that little cutie pie. So, what did you do? All right. I think it's cooked. We'll find out. So put on, good gloves. And I love this thing. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. You got that? Ooh. It's still bubbling. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Here's what we're going to do now. We're going to leave this on the countertop for 10 minutes or so that it settles. Then I'm going to invert it onto a plate. And we will have delicious, delicious monkey bread, Christmas morning bread, Kim bread, sky blue bread. Who the frick cares what you call it? It's hot. It's wonderful. If this falls apart when you invert it onto a dish, no worries. It's kind of supposed to do that. You don't cut this with a knife to serve it. You pull it apart. You'll see what I'm talking about. Where's my thing? Oh, wait. Stand by. Okay, it's time. It's cooled enough for me to touch it. Oh, I don't need these. Again, if it falls apart, no big deal. It's very juicy and numbers. I just hope it's cooked. Oh my God, fingers crossed. Take a plate big enough, which this probably isn't, over the top, hang on, and flip. Ooh, I heard it plop in there. It has separated from, oh my God! Woohoo! Mom, Dad, what do you think? Let me get closer. Hey, it didn't follow me. Monkey bread. You are gonna love this, okay? The way to eat it is just to pick it apart. I'm not hungry yet, so please stand by and wait, but isn't that pretty? What'd you do for somebody else today? I hope you did something. I'm gonna take this over to my niece and nephew. I'm gonna drop kick it, as I said, to their front door. They're gonna enjoy the crap out of it. But of course I'm not sending it whole. I'm gonna leave some at home for me. Tell me what you want me to cook. I may not listen to you. I probably won't listen to you, but if you have a great idea, let's do it. So do something great for somebody else today. Shop for them, cook for them, take their dog for a walk, wash their windows, from the outside. Doesn't matter to me. Just do something. We got to get through this, kids. We got to get through this together. That's the only way we're going to get through this is together. Ellen says, be kind to one another. I could not agree with that sentiment more. Have a great Sunday. Bon appetit.